Off the Beaten Path. Off the Beaten Path. Brand new country. And we're not talking that top 40 crap either. This is where you can hear great singers and songwriters, and they just don't have the backing when it comes to labels. Guest interviews and everything from pop country to bluegrass and folk to hip hop. This is Off the Beaten Path.
Off the Beaten Path with me, Ben Merritt. Hey, yeah, the new show, it's still rolling on. And by new, I mean this is entering into the third season of this experiment that I've been doing to try and introduce you to some brand new country music and brand new country music artists that you've never heard of before. Coming up this hour, we've got Gwen Sebastian. We're also going to hear from Della Mae, Abby Scott, Josh Grider coming along for the ride as well as we get back into our family reunion with Josh and Rachel Holder as well. Michael Sarver, and we're also going to check in with Mickey and the Motor Cars too. But this is a guy that's after my own home and my heart. He's a fellow Michigander such as myself, hailing from the Rust Belt city of Flint, Michigan, and man, does he wear it on his sleeve. This is Whitey Morgan. This is Waiting Around to Die. It's Off the Beaten Path with me, Ben Merritt.
Sometimes I don't know where this dirty road is taking me. Sometimes I can't even see the reason why. I guess I keep gambling, lots of booze and lots of rambling. It's easier than just waiting around to die. One time friends, I had them all. Hell, I even had a paw. He beat her with the belt once 'cause she cried. She told him to take care of me, headed back to Tennessee. It's easier than just waiting around to die. Yeah, I guess it's easier than just waiting around to die. I came of age and I found a girl down in the Tuscaloosa bar. She cleaned me out and hit it on the slide. I tried to kill the pain. I bought some wine and hopped the train. It's easier than just waiting around to die. Yeah, it seemed easier than just waiting around to die. Money was. We robbed a man and brother did we fly. But the posse caught up with me, drug my ass back to Muskogee. Now it's 2 long years waiting around to die. Now it's 2 long years just waiting around to die. Got me a friend at last. He don't drink or steal or cheat or lie. His name's Codeine. He's about the nicest thing I ever seen. Together we're gonna wait around to die. taking me. It's easier than just waiting around to die.
Time to get down, jack your hair up to Jesus like they do in the South. Slip on your swagger, don't you wanna get rowdy? It's 80s radio rocking in the car. It's hey, we're here lining shots up at the bar. We ain't just a pretty face, we can bring the party. Fireball, cheers, y'all. Catch a little buzz, let it get you crazy like a good party does. There's a funner me and you at the bottom of the glass. Roll it back. It's a B-52's Love Shack kind of night. Karaoke ain't my thing, but I think I just might. That dancing little devil got us feeling just right.
Off the Beaten Path with me, Ben Merritt. There you go. That is the latest from Gwen Sebastian. That is Throw It Back. And Gwen is a big name that came off of season number 2 of The Voice, hashtag Team Blake. She's, again, a standout performer, even when she tours with Blake and Miranda. Said after the Nashville concert at the Exit Inn with Miranda, Gwen Sebastian's near a cappella cover of the Cranberries' Zombie, which is a very difficult song, Against All Odds, was a highlight of the night. That was from the Spin on Nashville Scene. Again, you should be listening to more and more Gwen Sebastian, and hopefully we will be in the very, very near future. Right now, though, these guys are coming out of Idaho. It's always fun to know that there's a band in Idaho that's making a big name for themselves, and it's not just because of the number of letters. This is Mickey and the Motor Cars. Yeah, that was silly of me, I know. But the name of the tune is Long Road to Nowhere. It's off the album Hearts from Above that came out in February. Be sure to pick this up. And again, make sure that you listen to this one a lot. Here you go. It's Mickey and the Motor Cars on Off the Beaten Path.
When I'm down on my luck and drowning in my head, there's nothing I can do. Another lonely ghost town, another empty bed. I was a fool for losing you. It's a long road to nowhere with 1,000,000 miles to go. I reach for you. It's a long road to nowhere with 1,000,000 miles to go. I reach for you. I reach for you. There's no one that knows me and I pick up the pieces and find my way back to circles, the road it moves in songs, the saddest ones for you. And I know that I've been blind, girl, I know that I was wrong, stubborn through and through. It's a long road to nowhere with a million miles to go. I reach for you, I reach for your love. There's no one that knows me better than you. It's a long road to nowhere with a million miles to go. I reach for you, I reach for you.
Do you know a band Ben doesn't? Tell us who you are digging on Facebook.com/OTBP Podcast, Twitter @OTBP Podcast, or email OTBPpodcast@gmail.com.
Please welcome the one and only
Off the Beaten Path with Ben Merritt.
Welcome to the stabbing cabin. It's going down like snow in Aspen. Poker chips stacked up, whiskey in the Dixie cup. We got a cold beer and a dirty mattress. Plus we got a fire you can see for miles. Plus we got a life and we live it loud. Trucks are jacked up, we are from the south. Buckle up boys, it's going down. Hey, my papa made it back in the days when I was just a baby. Now it's like my days in. Weekends drinking, Farley, friends keeping me entertained. They all lit. Every game, every session we play a poker to make you rich or broke. We go in like gophers. Sofas are non-existent. We own them. Are you with it? Well then let's get on one. Come and get in. It's here. It's so fun. Come on, join in. And if you want roll one, if you don't find, cause we don't bar none. Y'all a party on out in them hills. Welcome to the stabbing cabin, vodka / beer / tequila, checkmate. Welcome to the stabbing cabin, cigarette loads and cherry or grape. Welcome to the stabbing cabin, it's going down like snow in Aspen. Poker chips stacked up, whiskey in the Dixie cup. We got a cold beer and a dirty mattress. Plus we got a fire you can see for miles. Plus we got a life and we live it loud. Trucks are jacked up, we are from the south. Buckle up boys, it's going down. What goes on here stays here, Vegas. Whether it's cool, calm, or just crazy. No pool, you'll be wet from sweating. The fire rekindles the time you're forgetting. We'll be regretting these lessons learned out of pure perfection. Tequila word, good drink, bad drink. Now we throwing out my drink, your drink, till we throwing down. Party up on the hill next to the steel. I'm copping the feel of somebody's girlfriend for real. Start popping the pills, cause I got a lot to give. I'm rolling off of a bluff without a training wheel at the stabbing cabin. Jack, Jim, Jose, and 40 Creek, checkmate. Welcome to the stabbing cabin. Long nights, we living life out in the hills, we straight. Welcome to the stabbing cabin. It's going down like snow in Aspen. Poker chips stacked up, whiskey in the Dixie cup. We got a cold beer and a dirty mattress. Plus we got a fire you can see for miles. Plus we got a life and we live it loud. Trucks are jacked up, we are from the south. Buckle up boys, it's going down.
D-Bull partying with Charlie Farley, getting more smoked out than Mr. Marley, probably with a bunch bunch of half-naked little shorties shaking their talents, wildin' out, laughing, taking Jaeger straight. We in the boonies, boys, full moon, we'll be making noise till daybreak. Hopped in the truck with Chuck to the top of the hill, pulled up and he told me,
welcome to the stabbing cabin. It's going down like snow in Aspen. Poker chips stacked up, whiskey in the Dixie cup. We got a cold beer and a dirty mattress. Plus we got a fire you can see for miles. Plus we got a life and we live it loud. Trucks are jacked up, we are from the south. Buckle up, boys, it's going down.
So there you have it. That was Stabbin' Cabin, the official theme song for the show Party Down South. And I got the man who performed that one, Charlie Farley, on the line. Charlie, how are you, man?
Oh, man, I'm doing phenomenal. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right. We got some snow and some cold out here in northern Wisconsin, but you don't know anything about that down in Arkansas, I'm sure.
I don't. I'll tell you, how cold is it there right now?
Right now, I think we're probably in the negatives.
Yeah, see, I would die. I couldn't do it.
Yeah,
it's 33 here, and I'm like, oh, my gosh.
Oh, no, we're 2. Currently right now in northern Wisconsin, we're sitting at 2 degrees.
Woo.
So there you go.
Summertime, man.
30 degrees would be a great thing for us right now. So anyway.
I've actually got an aunt and a couple of cousins that live in Wisconsin. I can't remember. Is Waupun a town somewhere around there?
Is what that?
Waupun? W-A something? I can't remember. Anyway, I've got some kinfolk in Wisconsin.
Yeah, Waupun is down in the southern portion of the state, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's where they live at then.
Well, there you go. Excellent. All right, well, Charlie, before we get too much further into it, I got a couple icebreaker questions I got to ask you. You ready, sir?
All right, I'm ready.
All right. Icebreaker question number 1, and feel free to be as specific or non-specific as you want, man. The question is, where are you right now?
I'm standing in my yard in Gillum, Arkansas, a population of about 600.
And you know 2/3 of everyone, that's for sure, I bet.
Yeah, I guarantee it.
All right. And question number 2, this is the new one for the new season. Question number 2, sir, is if we hit the eject button in your truck right now, what would come out of the CD player?
Daniel Lee, The Roots.
Cross promotion.
That's my buddy, but I'm telling you, that CD is amazing. I listen to it nonstop.
There you go. Daniel Lee was on the show a couple of weeks back. He, a couple of Average Joe's recording artists, Daniel Lee and Charlie Farley. You guys actually worked together on a song recently, too, didn't you?
Yes, we did. We actually have, we done Backwoods Boys, which is on my Hog Heaven album. It was the single from the album. And then we actually worked on a new song that'll be coming out on my next album, and it's the single for my next album. So me and that guy work well together.
Apparently, yeah, releasing single after single. So, well, we'll talk about the new project coming up in just a little bit, but I want to dive into something real quick. You have a reputation, and you can say it's a good one, you can say it's a bad one, but it's definitely a wild one. You come across as kind of a wild man up on stage. Is that kind of a life imitating art thing, or are you just that energetic when you're up on stage?
That's there's a difference between my personal life and who I am on stage. I'm a pretty laid back guy, but for some reason I don't know what it is. When I get a microphone in my hand, I just turn. It's like you flip a switch. That's what my manager told me. She's like, "Good Lord, Charlie, you just..." Because I sit back in the back before the show and I just drank a few beers and chilling out and taking it easy, and then when it's time to go, it's time to go. I get up there and get crazy. I like to have an energetic performance because I think that, the crowd's response is a lot better, and I like to put on a show.
There you go. Somebody tosses you a wireless microphone and it's like you just chugged a gallon of Red Bull or something like that. Well, Charlie, go ahead, man.
I go say I don't even drink energy drinks, so I don't even. I wouldn't know. Ain't no telling what the level of intensity would be if I did.
Oh man, I don't know if anybody should ever hand you one of the what is it, the BFC, the big freaking can of Monster Energy drink. Don't hand them that one, that's for sure. So, all right, Charlie, you mentioned it earlier. You're sitting in your front yard in Arkansas, and you know, you don't think of many musicians coming out of Arkansas. You know, you think you got, you know, lots of athletes and, you know, plenty of big names come out of there, but not a lot of musicians.
Johnny Cash.
What's that?
I said Johnny Cash.
That's true. I mean, but other than Johnny, you know, other than the man in black himself, it's you know, it's kind of not one of the places you would think of. What kind of got you into music in an area, you know, in Arkansas?
I just started out writing poetry when I was a kid, and eventually it just turned into writing songs. Probably my senior year in high school, maybe I started writing songs. And then, but I never really thought, I didn't take it too much further than that until, you know, I was a few years after high school, and I decided to go to the studio and record a song one day, and it became a drug. I can't get enough of it now. I'm writing constantly. Before I got really busy running all over the road and stuff, I'd be writing 7-8 songs a day, just nonstop.
And some of them were gold, some of them were just something to get words on a paper, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. You're not going to write a number one hit every time you write a song, but the more songs you write, the more chances you have of making a number one hit. So
there you go.
It's a constant grind.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah, definitely, because you know it's practice, you know. And actually, you were telling me just before we started recording too that you're practicing something else new here pretty soon too.
Oh yeah, I'm learning how to play the guitar. It's not as easy as people make it look, but I'm trying to get it down.
I'm sure Daniel Lee makes it look real easy too when you're working with him in the studio.
Yeah, it's I don't know that I'll ever get Daniel Lee good.
Well, if you're never going to get Daniel Lee good, then you're never going to get like Brad Paisley and Keith Urban good. So you gotta keep working, man. Keep working. No,
I'm definitely. That's one thing I do is work. I'm always working, so I'll get it down. It's just going to take longer than what I'd like, but you know what? Nothing comes easy.
There you go.
You know, and if you want something bad enough, you'll go get it. So.
All right. Charlie Farley here off the beaten path with me, Ben Merritt. We heard the tune earlier, Stabbin' Cabin. That is the official theme song for Party Down South, but that's not the only one that you got out there that's, you know, people may have heard before as well. Tell me about the song or the show Exposed. They're using your music too, aren't they?
Yes, sir. I wrote a different fishing song. First of all, Exposed is a fishing song that I wrote for the show Exposed. It's not a TV show. It's an online series.
Yeah.
And what they do is they go out with the professional fishermen 3 days. You know, they have practice days before the actual tournament, and they go with them on the practice days. And what it does is helps you figure out how to pattern fish. And it's perfect for me because I love fishing. I love tournament fishing. And as a matter of fact, I've got a tournament tomorrow. And so as soon as we get off the phone, I got to run over to the lake and see if I can find some fish because I ain't been over there yet. And I don't want my butt whooped because I know everybody else has been on it finding them. So, but yeah, it's a really, 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 really informative series. And you can go to propatterns.com to check that out. But I wrote that theme song for them, and, you know, I was just blessed to be able to do that. And then they actually took me down to the Bassmaster Classic whenever it was in Shreveport. We had a great time together. Chad Eckroth and all them guys with Pro Patterns are just wonderful people. And so, yeah, I was just blessed, and it happened to Timmy Horton is one of the main guys. And if you follow anything with fishing, you know Timmy Horton. And he's one of the main guys that he narrates all of the shows through Exposed, and he actually has his own fishing show on the Outdoor Channel, I believe. And I know that the song Exposed aired on NBC Sports not long ago,
nice.
But I believe Timmy Horton has an actual show on the Outdoor Channel where they play that song quite a bit. So, yeah, it's definitely it's right up my alley because I love fishing, and it's I don't know. It's just perfect, man. I'm very blessed.
There we go. Yeah, definitely. The commercial viability of Charlie Farley's stuff, I mean, it could pop up anywhere. You could be watching a Walmart commercial sometime soon, and it'd just be right there. You never know. All right. Yeah, the only fishing that's going on up here right now, Charlie, by the way, is ice fishing. You got to get through about...
Yeah, I'd imagine at 2 degrees, you ain't getting a whole lot of running around.
Yeah, we're not in boats and we're not casting. We're just kind of dropping a line in the water and hoping for the best. All right, Charlie.
How does that work? I mean, I know you've got a little drill or something that you drill through the ice, and then y'all build a fire out there on it?
Yeah, you can. You can build a fire out on the ice, definitely. But people also build shacks. There's ice fishing shanties and stuff like that you build up, and then you just put a hole in the wall or in the floor and drill a hole through the floor, and it works that way too.
I'm gonna have to come up there and try it. I know I went. I told you I had relatives in Wisconsin. I come up there during y'all's quote unquote summer, and it felt like spring down here, but it was amazing. I loved it, and I actually caught some fish up there when I went.
Oh yeah, actually I think sturgeon season just ended. Do you know what a sturgeon is, man?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sturgeon season just ended, and I know that what was it? I think the biggest one that they've caught so far was 127 pounds.
Woo!
Yeah.
I wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah, the biggest one on record I think was almost 200 pounds. So there you go. Catch a 200-pound fish with a spear. That's a spear fishing season too. So.
Dang.
Come on up here in the winter.
Wild.
Come on up here in the wintertime, Charlie. We'll get you out on the ice. All right.
Yeah. I don't know that that'd be a good thing for me. But hey, I'm willing to try anything once.
There you go. All right. Charlie Farley says he's going to come up to the Northwoods and go ice fishing. We'll see if that actually happens. But all right, Charlie Farley here off the beaten path. Charlie, this is the time when management really gets happy and they like letting me continue to talk to you guys. This is a Pimp Yourself portion of the show. Tell us how people can find you on Facebook. And, well, you are a Facebook guru, so I'm sure that's all that really matters. But Facebook, Twitter, all those things.
Yeah, you can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/Charlie Farley Music, and Charlie spelled with an I-E and Farley spelled with an E-Y. And same thing, you can go to soundcloud.com/Charlie Farley Music. I like to give people a lot of free music, so I have a lot of free downloads, just remixes that I do and give people constantly.
Very cool.
And then Twitter, it's at C Farley Music, or no, at CF Music, I'm sorry.
No, yeah, that's all right.
Let me think. What else we got? Instagram. Like I said, I'm a Facebook guy, but I do get on the other ones too. But Instagram is at CF Music, or no, it's at Charlie Farley Music. See, I've got too many of them. I can't keep up with them all. And I believe that's about it. I know my website is www.charliefarleymusic.net. And again, Charlie spelled I-E, and Farley is E-Y. And that's actually under construction right now, so it's not like completely functioning, but you can get the gist of it if you want to check me out. But like I said, definitely find me on Facebook because I'm on it constantly.
All right. Charlie Farley off the beaten path. Charlie, you talked about Hog Heaven being your debut album, but then you also dropped a little thing on us, and I don't know if you were supposed to or not, but we're going to talk about it now. New album on the way soon, right?
Yes, sir. It's coming in, I'm thinking late spring, early summer.
All right. So look for it.
For us. Now, I don't know when y'all season is. I may need to elaborate on that. It may still be winter there in May. I don't know. But it's actually, be looking for it into April, first, middle of May, something like that.
All right.
And the single will be before that.
All right, then. Well, we're looking forward to new stuff from Charlie Farley, new album, new single. But for now, we've got good stuff out already. Tell us about Jacked Up. We got the remix featuring Colt Ford and Bubba Sparks. Tell us about that one.
Right. It's just a real energetic song. I kind of wanted to take it to the mud a little bit, if you will. And so I wrote a song about how we ride, and we ride jacked up. So that's what it's about. We actually shot a video for it, and it's on YouTube. I believe it was featured on Vivo, which is a huge thing.
Very cool.
And so, and it's not been out long. It's already got like 70,000 views, so it's gaining some traction. And just, I was very fortunate that Colt Ford and Bubba Sparks got on with me. And Colt Ford, he's really big right now, and he's a major influence on a lot of younger artists coming up. And then Bubba Sparks has been around forever, and, he's the first one to kind of talk about country in a rap song. So it's a very energetic song. The video is a little different because we didn't take it to the mud with the video. We wanted to do something, out of the ordinary. Anybody can shoot video in the mud and all that, but we took it to the different side of Jacked Up. I was getting beat up in a video by hot girls, and it's just real fun, man. I like to have fun in that video. It don't look like I'm having fun because they had makeup people come and make me look like I had black eyes and busted lips, but it was a great time.
All right. Definitely go find the video for Charlie Farley's Jacked Up, the remix with Colt Ford and Bubba Sparks. By the way, I wouldn't mention to Bubba that he's been around forever. Don't say that to him.
Well, I mean, I shouldn't have said it like that. That's Bubba, no offense, buddy. No, he's a great guy. I've met him a couple of times. He's a really down-to-earth dude, and I just appreciate him getting on the song, and I didn't mean it as in forever. He's been around longer than I have, and he's been doing it, and he's made a name for himself by being who he is. So you got to respect an artist like that.
All right. Well, Charlie Farley, again, I appreciate you taking some time out, man, but now you got to go get in a boat and get practice for your tournament tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm going to freeze. I'm going to go out here and freeze and try to catch a fish.
Oh, yeah, you're going to freeze in the 30-degree weather. 30 degrees for me.
Yeah, that's how it is.
30 degrees for me right now would be like I'd be wearing long pants, boots, probably a hoodie, and that's about it. That's all you need. You don't need a jacket for 30 degrees.
You don't.
Good point. Solid point, sir. All right. Well, Charlie, again, thank you very much for taking some time out and chatting with us here on Off the Beaten Path, all right?
Hey, buddy, I appreciate you having me.
Definitely. Here you go. Here's Charlie Farley now. This is Jacked Up, the remix with Colt Ford and Bubba Sparks. It's Off the Beaten Path with me, Ben Merritt.
Come on! Give me them there buckshot. And I'll take them to that tailback road. Give me them there loud pipe. Then I'll rack up to your rear explode. Give me them there never mind. It don't matter what you give me, cause anything I got is full drive high. I'm a redneck, and I keep mine. Jacked up. Old truck, new tires, and I keep it. Jacked up. Solo cup with the crown, and I'm staying. Jacked up. Music up, windows down, so I keep it. Jacked up. And if you talk about the country, you gon' get it. Jacked up. I get it in, kick it in four-wheel drive. Yeah. Spinning them tires with the grip and slinging mud a mile high. Yeah. If you're wondering where am I am on that mile wide truck route without slipping, sliding. Okay. My tires get down deep, they dive in. Snorkel on it, ride with the fish. Homie, honest on this ride's first run. Tadpole jumped out like I don't want it. Mud, I own it, bogging even if I was lonely. Only thing is, I ain't my friends, I'm calling them till the morning. Jack up. Old truck, new tires, and I keep it. Jack up. Solo cup with the crown, and I'm staying. Jack up. Music up, windows down, so I keep it. Jack up. And if you talk about the country, you gon' get it. Jack up. If you're riding low, you won't make it through the hole. No, take mini me and go. Fill it up with creatine. Let it grow up, then you can bring it out again to play with me. 33s, it ain't true what women say about the feed. Downhill, everything big from SUVs to ATVs, boy. Downhill, everything we sip comes with a kick, so we're making noise. Downhill, matter of fact, if it ain't got that, then you can't come round here. Yeah, that's why I thoroughly enjoy. Jack up, old truck, new tires, and I keep it. Jack up, solo cup with the crown, and I'm staying. Jack up, music up, windows down, so I keep it. Jack up, and if you talk about the country, you gon' get it. Jack up, catch me ripping, roaring, rolling like I lost it. Yes, sir. Till the morning, knowing I'm out from exhaustion. Yes, sir. Feeling 40 from 40 Creek and a mosh pit. Yes, sir. In the mud pit, yeah. And I'm loving you. Yeah. Gotta get back into it, do it again, sip some more fluid. Proven alcohol is what's moving. Me, I'm about to fall, no, I'm grooving. As I'm butt nigga video, ooh yeah. Put me in the truck, let's go do it, to it, ooh yeah. You know we keep them jacked up. Old truck, new tires, and I keep it jacked up. Solo cup, fit the crown, and I'm staying jacked up. Music up, windows down, so I keep it jacked up. And if you talking bad about the country, you gon' get it.
If I'm riding in it, I'ma jack it on up. If your girl with me, she gon' back it on up. On an old dirt road, cold beer, and it glue. A deep wet hole is what I'm getting into. Don't worry about him, honey, he's not jacked up.
Sitting so high, you can swing from my truck. Now truck,
Somebody said my truck got stuck. What?
that'll never happen, baby girl, no.
Let me drop it in low, get down and dirty. Pop so loud, I know you heard me.
6 foot high up there with the birdies, riding so dirty, woo, and it purdy.
Everybody around here, we gon' keep them jacked up. If you riding like that, baby, throw your hands up. Let's ride. Let's ride. Let's ride. Jacked up.
Young artists, get your music on the show by emailing Ben at otbppodcast@gmail.com.
Off the beaten path with me, Ben Merritt, Charlie Farley. Again, thank you very much, sir, for taking some time off the water to chat with me. It's still a little chilly up here in northern Wisconsin, but actually, kind of surprisingly, we're looking forward to some really nice temperatures in the next couple of days. But again, Charlie Farley, Average Joe's recording artist, thank you very much, sir, for just taking some time and hanging out with us here on the show. Right now, you got to take some time and give them to her. Her name is Abby Scott. And again, thankfully, she was able to get the blessing of an up-and-coming country band themselves, Green River Ordinance, to cut one of their songs. The name of the tune is Flyin'. The Indiana native Abby Scott taking care of it for you right now on Off the Beaten Path with me, Ben Merritt.
I wanna get lost in a simple song, sing it all night long. Baby, dance with me, take that ride to the other side. Spread our wings and we'll reach new heights. Yeah, we're flying high. Darling, you look beautiful, just flying, your hand in mine. Won't you come with me tonight? I wanna go down, boy, we blew right down. You always love the sound, darling, dance with me.
Off the Beaten Path.
It's great on my iPod. It's on my phone, on my iPad.
I always listen on my computer at work.
Log on and listen. Like us on Facebook. Search for OTBP Podcast to join the conversation. Follow Off the Beaten Path on Twitter at OTBP Podcast.
Off the Beaten Path.
New music.
Now. With Ben Merritt.
Off the Beaten Path with me, Ben Merritt. Again, thank you very much for joining me here on their weekly excursion down the path less traveled, but should be more traveled, of up-and-coming country music that some of you have just never heard before. Again, check us out on the web, facebook.com/OTBP Podcast, Twitter at OTBP Podcast, and the website OTBPpodcast.com. Again, check us out and follow along for more updates on some of your new favorite artists. Although, if you've been a fan of American Idol for a very long time, can you remember back to Season 8? Michael Sarver is from American Idol. Did you know that? Well, now you do. He's out with a new tune right now, and it's called Miss You Something Crazy. Psst, I'm working on trying to get him on the show. More details on that to come. But right now, here's Michael Sarver now with Miss You Something Crazy on Off the Beaten Path.
Oh, I miss you like something crazy, baby. Yeah, I think about you all the time. It just makes sense that we would be together in love for the rest of our lives. Yeah, time goes by so fast. We should make the most of every second we have. So come on, pretty lady, get back home to me, baby. We can start making our love last. Well, let the sun go down, turn the lights real low, and play a love song on the radio. Forget about everything else in the world and let love take control. Yeah, all day long, girl, I've been waiting for the second that you get back home. 'Cause baby, I miss you something crazy. Oh baby, I miss you something crazy. There ain't nobody does me like the way you do me. It gets to me the way that you can. From the moment that you walk in a room, I melt like putty in the palm of your hand. Yeah, I try to act like I'm tough stuff and I can handle what you're sending my way. But truth be told, in a flash I'm sold, 'cause I've been missing you all day. Well, let the sun go down, turn the lights real low, and play a love song on the radio. Forget about everything else in the world and let love take control. Yeah, all day long, girl, I've been waiting for the second that you get back home. 'Cause baby, I miss you something crazy. Oh baby, I miss you something crazy. Oh, I miss you like something crazy, baby. Ain't nobody does me like you do me. Yeah, yeah. Well, let the sun go down, turn the lights real low, and play a love song on the radio. Forget about everything else in the world and let love take control. All day long, girl, I've been waiting for the second that you get home. 'Cause baby, I miss you something crazy. Oh baby, I miss you something crazy. All day long, I miss you something crazy. Oh baby, I miss you something crazy.
Off the Beaten Path with me, Ben Merritt, Michael Sarver there, and Miss You Something Crazy. On the way, we're going to do our family reunion. Again, we're going to hear from, Rachel Holder, and we've got Josh Greider as well coming up in the next segment here on the show. But right now, this is a follow-up to their 2013 Grammy-nominated album, This Would Oft Can Be. Yeah, it was a little tough for me to say, too. Here's Delamay now with the first single off of their self-titled second release for Rounder Albums. The all-female combo is delivering 11 compelling new tunes, and you got to make sure that you check it out. This is the brand new single. This is called Boston Town. You knew I had to get a little bit of bluegrass in here, right? It's Off the Beaten Path with me, Ben Merritt.
Standing on the floor in the city of the spindles, got me a job, lift me up to the middle. The offering it painted a very pretty picture. Work at the mills held the promise of the scripture. But a girl like me was a work to the bone. Your fingers bled and your body moaned. 14 hours a day and then my paycheck was just half of the men. Looking down with oppression's face, that pile of money they steal and waste. Then they said they'd have to cut our pay, so we broke our cage and formed the FLRA. Oh, they said what a waste of a pretty girl to let the labor flag unfurl. I said, what more can you take from me? I own my hands and my dignity. So pass me a match and we'll strike it on the ground, and we'll head back down to Boston town. We can start a fire and they'll never put it out, and we'll head back down to Boston town. They said what a waste of a pretty girl to let the labor flag unfurl. I said, what more can you take from me? Oh, my hands and my dignity. So pass me a match and we'll strike it on the ground, and we'll head back down to Boston town. We can start a fire and they'll never put it out, and we'll head back down to Boston. Oh, pass me a match and we'll strike it on the ground. We'll head back down to Boston town. We can start a fire and they'll never put it out, and we'll head back down to Boston. So pass me a match and we'll strike it on the ground, and we'll head back down to Boston town. We can start a fire and they'll never put it out, and we'll head back down. No, we can start a fire and they'll never put it out. We'll head back down to Boston town, and we'll head back down to Boston town, and we'll head back down to Boston town.
Hey, do you know a band that I don't? Please tell me that you do, because there's so many great musicians out there that I have no idea who they are, but I want to remedy that. I want to know every country music band in the country, and the best way to do that is for you to tell me who you're listening to. OTBP Podcast on Twitter. Also find OTBP Podcast on Facebook, and OTBP Podcast at gmail.com to spread the love of some of the bands that you're digging on all across the country, right here on Off the Beaten Path with me, Ben Merritt.
Brand new country has a home.
Hey! Time for some music now.
Off the Beaten Path.
Your home for new and upcoming country music.
Everybody ready?
We're ready.
Let's kick the tires and light the fire.
Main engine start. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Blast off.
Off the Beaten Path with Ben Merritt.
Off the Beaten Path with me, Ben Merritt. Welcome back. And again, thank you very much for hanging here on the show. It's always a lot of fun that we get together this, once a week, maybe sometimes multiple times. If you're new to the show, there is a lot for you to do some catching up on. Now, keep in mind, it's all the brand new stuff. So if you go back to like first season stuff, there's probably a lot of brand new stuff from those artists as well. but it's always good to check the back catalog. So, again, OTBPpodcast.com is a great place to go to find all the old episodes and a lot of great information about some of the up-and-coming ones, too. Such as our family reunion, our weekly family reunion. Little Josh Greider and Rachel Holder this week. Josh Greider's got his new album, Luck and Desire, and I'm sure he's working on even a newer one after that. But we're going to check out One Night Taco Stand, and then we're going to hear from the beautiful Rachel Holder, who is episode number 2 of the show. Can you believe it? She's been around for a while with me, and I'm darn proud to have her. But first, here's Josh Greider. This is One Night Taco Stand off of the album Luck and Desire. It's off the beaten path for me.
Yeah, what's the One Night Taco Stand?
I know a damn good taco stand, $3-4 cold beer in a can with picnic tables drenched in Christmas lights, where they serve till 3 a.m. anything Mexican. Forgive me if this seems out of line, 'cause I know that we just met and you don't know me yet, but you're beautiful and I just had to ask, would you be my senorita over 1 or 2 carnitas and the AM sound of an old Tejano band? Have you ever had a one-night taco stand? Here we go. Owns the place and he's there every day. No habla English, but what are you gonna do? He calls me Wedo Grande, I call him Senor Jose, and I think he'd love to meet a girl like you. Now I know that we just met and you don't know me yet, but you're beautiful and I just had to ask, would you be my senorita over 1 or 2 carnitas and the AM sound of an old Tejano band? Have you ever had a one-night taco stand? Girl, can't you just see us sharing something wrapped in tortillas? Now I know if we just met and you don't quite know me yet, but I think you are beautiful. I had to ask, would you be my senorita over 1 or 2 carnitas and the AM sound of an old Tejano band? Have you ever had a one-night taco stand? Come on, let's have a one-night taco stand.
the stars are coming out. Yeah, they're just like you. They're just like you. They're just like you. Yeah. You're shining now. You're busting out. Look out, here you come. Got your dreams in the wind. Breathe it in. Just letting that Chevy run. Out the future's on this highway. Running into the sun. Well, look who went and turned it around. Look who's shining. Look who's shining. Look who's shining now, baby. I'll keep on shining. Oh, baby.
Off the Beaten Path, me, Ben Merritt. There you go. That is the brand new one from Miss Rachel Holder from all the way back on episode number 2. That's Shining Now. Be sure to check her out. Again, Rachel's got the new EP, or excuse me, actually, she's just got her EP out there. It's called Shining Now. That is the title track off of it. And I'm darn proud of the fact that I was able to talk to her way back on episode 2. Holy cow. They've been doing the show for a long time, and I'm glad that I'm finally getting around to doing what I'm supposed to do and check back in with the old family tradition. So, coming up next week here on the show, thank you to Charlie Farley for stopping by. But next week, in studio, Mitchell Tenpenny. I'm looking forward to that one. That was a lot of fun when we got to record. So, Mitchell Tenpenny, up-and-coming artist. He's got his album actually coming out very soon. Look for that on April 28th. I know I'll be getting my copy for sure. But that's going to do it for this week. Again, thank you very much for hanging out here on Off the Beaten Path with me, Ben Merritt. Bye-bye.
Do you know a band Ben doesn't? Tell us who you are digging on Facebook.com/OTBP Podcast, Twitter @OTBP Podcast, or email OTBPpodcast@gmail.com.